We got to talk about Follow You, Follow Me. I'm going to just tell you right now, this is my favorite song by Genesis. Oh, you know what? I've said this before. It's either this or I Know What I Like. But I just listened to this and it got me really emotional and it got the goosebumps going. So today, this is my favorite song. It's so beautiful, a really beautiful track. And there's a lot I want to talk about on this song. And then I want to ask you what you think about this track. So this track, the first single from And Then There Were Three. Ironically, it's the last song on And Then There Were Three. Now, And Then There Were Three, I don't love this album. I actually hate the artwork. So hard to decipher what's going on. It's a dark album. The title, too, put just a little bit too much of an emphasis on Steve leaving. I just didn't love that, although it was kind of like, hey, look, we're surviving both people leaving. I get it. Follow You, Follow Me. Before we talk about the song, I just want to say it is a massive turning point for the band. It often gets overlooked at how important this song is. We put a lot of emphasis on Misunderstanding and on Duke, but this came before it, and this was their biggest single yet. Ironically, this song was released just a year after Your Own Special Way. In Your Own Special Way, I wonder if that inspired Follow You, Follow Me, because they're like, hey, this little like pretty love songs, these slightly shorter songs are tracking with people, especially in America. Let's try to reuse that template and see if we can do it even better. Follow You, Follow Me was super successful with them. Not as successful as they would eventually be, but at the time it was very successful. But it was huge for their career because it did really well. It got them all this accolades, and I think it gave them some time to relax, to make Duke. I think it gave them some ambition to do songs like Misunderstanding and Please Don't Ask, and even, not necessarily as accessible songs like Turn It On Again and Duchess and Behind the Lines, but just to pursue the big melodies a bit more. I just think it was a huge turning point for the band. Some would say a bad turning point. I would say it's a great turning point. Or maybe not a turning point, maybe a pivot, whatever. It was written by Mike Rutherford. Mike said in his book that it was super easy for him to write lyrically. I mean, you can kind of hear that a little bit. One thing I love that Tony and Mike have said before is that it's harder to write short songs than longer songs. Even though Supper's Ready is a classic for some people, they think that is the pinnacle of the band. In a way, it's easier, I should say, to take 4 or 5 or 6 different ideas and then make them all fit together, as opposed to saying, no, we have to hit it out of the park in just these 2.5 minutes with just this one structure, this one chorus. And Follow You, Follow Me is probably Genesis' best chorus. It's just such a fantastic song. Here's some things about Follow You, Follow Me that get overlooked. The drums, super simple, but just got that little shuffle that is synonymous with Phil. Similar in a way to That's All, but way better than That's All. I love this drum part. And the bass, do-do-do-do-do, a very, very cool bass track. You're listening to the beautiful guitars. We talked to Dave Kersner about the MXR rack mount unit that was used to get that sound. So now I'm on a hunt for getting one of those. A really great electric guitar sound that became like that 80s sound. But we often overlook the drums and the bass because of it, I think. There's a great cover by a band called Vapor. Go to Spotify, check it out. Follow You, Follow Me, Vapor, V-A-P-O-R. It was used in a Canadian commercial for Cineplex, a movie theater. The commercial will bring you to tears, and then the cover version is so beautiful. Just shows you how such a beautiful song this is. Okay, I've gushed over Follow You, Follow Me too much now. Tell me what you think of this song in the comments. I really want to know. Please subscribe and like this video, and let me know what you think of Follow You, Follow Me.